Over the last decade, technology has progressed in every field imaginable. In today's video, we will look at the role of software and data in companies ranked on Fortune 100 most admired companies and how these have contributed to their success. Before we move on, let's first define what a digital company is. A digital company is a business that integrates increasingly large volumes of real-time data combined with online, shared data and digital services into its internal and external operations. They exist to usher the new era of connected intelligence between mobility and Internet of Things, as well as making automated decisions about their products, services, and business operations. This video will focus on Microsoft, an example of a software business in the list. Microsoft recorded a company revenue of $93.6 billion in 2015 and sits on 95% market share in productivity software market. Microsoft also has 75% share in the operating system market and another 75% share in the server software market. Is Microsoft a digital company? The answer is yes. Microsoft collects personal data in many ways. An example of this is Cortana. Cortana uses data collected through other Microsoft services. For instance, Cortana regularly collects the user's current location and location history to make suggestions on their next travel. In addition, phones that run on Windows have their device locations at the time of its power-up to be sent to Microsoft for the purpose of warranty registration, stock replenishment, and fraud prevention. How far does the use of data and software contribute to the Fortune 100 most admired companies' success? For our analysis, we focus on companies that have been in the ranking for at least 2 consecutive years and reviewed the reasons behind their rise in the new ranking. American Express moved from 11th in 2014 to 8th the year after as a result of actions towards a more tech-filled future. They joined competitors in the launch of Apple Pay, allowing customers to use mobile devices for payment, and opened a new tech hub in Silicon Valley, focusing on innovation in big data, cloud computing, and mobile infrastructure. Nordstrom, a fashion retailer, moved from 17th to 14th as a result of a successful tech integration. Their website and app are synced with the store's inventory to allow customers to identify the closest location of specific items. The company also planned to spend $1.2 billion, which accommodates to 30% of its spending budget, on e-commerce technology through 2018. We can therefore see that data and software play a major role in these businesses' success. However, other elements such as taking advantage of opportunities and dealing with challenges more efficiently than competitors are also key elements contributing to the Fortune 100 most admired companies' success. So, what are the challenges Microsoft faces? The quality of a patent can be hard to define, so we use Amber Score as a scoring and filtering metric. The two tables show the US patent portfolios of Microsoft, Google, and Apple. It is evident that Microsoft has the largest patent portfolio, although they started concentrating on patents after 2004. Google has the strongest overall patent portfolio, while Apple has the smallest. However, when the Amber Score is broken down into value categories, Microsoft is rather disappointing. Google has the largest number of highest scoring patents, with Apple a little behind. Microsoft has only filed 1 patent at this score. Similar trends are seen for the number of patents with Amber Score values from 5 to 10 and from 2 to 5. This shows that Microsoft faces the challenge to innovate and file higher quality patents in the upcoming years. With approximately $67 billion in cash reserves, they have a large amount of financial flexibility to innovate. Let's look at the next challenge. Almost 50% of Microsoft's revenue is generated by commercial licensing of software. From Quid, we identified companies that had the most mention around the topic piracy and unlicensed software. Microsoft came first among its competitors. According to iThreat Cyber Group and Arxon Technologies, The average number of pirated assets found between 2012 and 2014 is 1.6 million, and this number is expected to hit 1.96 million. 77.9% of these assets are software, in which 13% are from Microsoft. Hence, we can estimate that Microsoft has $84.7 billion unmonetized and lost large amount of potential customers due to piracy. Notably, it has been reported that almost 75% of unmonetized revenue is due to China. The first scenario we chose is a scenario in which Microsoft seeks to improve productivity through innovation. Microsoft is known for their eat your own dog food strategy as a colloquialism that describes a company using its own product or service for its internal operation. Our first digital strategy consists in using analytics to help Microsoft assess how its employees use products internally. Cogmotive is the most relevant company in this area to collaborate with. It delivers analytics reports that give insight into how people in a specific organization are using Office 365 services. They also identify security risks and cost savings, as well as making compliance easy. They provide similar services for SharePoint and OneDrive. We looked at articles on Cogmotive in Quit to better understand the impact. Cogmotive made a positive effect on the media when they added parallel functionalities to Office 365 and when they improved the quality of their analysis in their reports. The neutral and negative articles found around Cogmotive are those describing how they found technical vulnerabilities in Office 365. The valuable insights gained by Microsoft by partnering with them would help improve internal efficiency whilst learning about how to improve the current products. Indeed, using analytics on how employees use products will help Microsoft push innovation regarding internal processes and future version of current products, thereby beating competition. Another possibility would be to build the analytic algorithms in-house, using Microsoft Cloud and the tools within. After all of these challenges, let's talk about an opportunity that Microsoft can take advantage of to beat competition. We believe that Microsoft Cloud will grow significantly in the future. Microsoft Azure and HD Insight help scientists at Virginia Tech convert insurmountable petabytes of DNA sequencing information. Thanks to Microsoft Cloud, engineers and scientists are able to analyze the vast amount of DNA sequencing information to gain actionable insights and help deliver life-saving treatments. In addition, Excel Datascope enables researchers to accelerate data-driven decision-making. It offers data analytics, machine learning, and information visualization by using Windows Azure for data and computer-intensive tasks. The second scenario is Microsoft anti-piracy scheme failing in China. Microsoft is currently trying to cut piracy globally and in particular China. Two of their most recent attempts was the latest version of Windows 10 automatically scans the user's computer for pirated software and shuts them down. Microsoft is also managing to block Chinese companies from doing businesses in the US unless they come clean on Microsoft software licenses. While Microsoft is tapping China to pay for its licensed desktop software, the world has moved on to mobile. In the mobile market, Microsoft is still a non-entity. The recent ICMCO data on smartphone shipments show that Windows is barely registered in this chart. As such, China would not be able to gain back the $63.4 billion lost in revenue from piracy issues. Within minutes of a paid app hitting one of the Apple iOS or Google Android App Store, a free version is available on alternative sites. Therefore, Microsoft's business model of license an app, get paid millions is no longer suitable. Google distributes applications for free and then monetizes them through advertising. This raises the question, how much of Google's advertising business is threatened by piracy? None of it. Google's business in China is projected to scale with internet adoption locally. In addition, their top 3 patents are also linked to online advertising, as we discussed earlier. In other words, Microsoft's problem isn't piracy, it's adoption. Hence, we recommend that Microsoft should stop fetishizing software licenses and move towards advertising strategy of Google, which is comfortably in Microsoft's capability. To conclude the presentation, it is interesting to look at what could happen around Microsoft and its industry in the next few years. We believe that Microsoft should carefully consider the cybersecurity issue today. After the Sonygate scandal that happened last November, when the hacker group identified as the Guardians of Peace broke into the internal network of Sony Pictures, Sony sat on the advice to upgrade security. Microsoft is recommended to follow. Another trend to consider is that the messaging apps will become the new social media. Indeed, Microsoft has just updated their messaging app with a new Skype messaging feature for Windows 10 Mobile. In 3 to 5 years, we believe the sharing economy will be about renting and borrowing. More than 88% of consumers are influenced by online comments from other consumers on portals such as YouTube or Pinterest. Tech brands are aware that full funnel marketing and new Experience Cloud will unite marketing and consumer relationship management. In addition, brands would have to think like their customers to create omni-channel shopping experiences to keep customers engaged at all stages. Also, according to a recent survey by Cisco, product strategies will have to change to focus on lighter and wireless products such as ultrabooks and wearables. It's hard to make detailed predictions for the next 10 years, considering the progress and exponential growth of technology. According to the McKinsey report on digital transformation, concepts such as cyberspace and smart homes connected with other devices through the Internet of Things will take place. With Microsoft just developing HoloLens, the world's first untethered holographic computer, and Microsoft's first step into the new sector of communication science, holograms will also be disruptive after 10 years. Overall, digital business strategies such as those mentioned in this video will help them tackle challenges and take advantage of opportunities in the best way possible within the next 3 to 5 and 10 years in order to beat the competition.